Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and the Marvels released new footage in a featurette posing some interesting questions around this MCU follow-up to Captain Marvel and to WandaVision and Ms. Marvel. Like, why does Carol Danvers want to remember some of this stuff? I'm gonna break down the new shots to explain some details you might have missed. Quick reminder that the SAG-AFTRA and the WGA strikes are still ongoing, but the unions have confirmed that entertainment journalists like New Rockstars are allowed to cover movies and TV during that strike. But please, AMPTP, enough is enough. Come back to the table and negotiate a fair deal. Okay, let's take a look at the first part of this teaser.
It gets pretty lonely out here. I need to regain the memories that the Kree took from me.
Auntie Carol!
So we see Carol Danvers flying in space over this moon with a flurkin on her shoulder. At first I was like, hey, yeah, it's Goose. But I did notice that the cat they used in 2019's Captain Marvel was a 12-year-old cat named Reggie, and that cat had an orange mouth. This cat has a white mouth. That's because it ain't Reggie anymore, folks. Goose is played by two cats named Nemo and Tango. And apparently Brie Larson is highly allergic to feline dander, so in addition to everything in the shot being VFX, even the cat on Brie Larson's shoulder was put there with VFX. They took it from a different shot where, I don't know, did they blow a fan on the cat's face to make it squint like that and fold its ears back? And the flurkin does not appear to be contained within Carol's aura that allows her to fly through open space like this. But in the July trailer, we saw Goose floating in open space next to Carol, so who knows? Flurkin are just uncanny extraterrestrial creatures whose mouths carry pocket dimensions. Now in the lower right corner, you can see some structure or base there. A moon base, you say? Steve Rogers on a moon base? Joaquin Torres theory confirmed? I don't know if Carol is flying over our moon. Our moon is covered in a paler shade of dust. This one looks darker and rockier. So I think this is some remote colony where the Kree have set up some kind of archaeological site. And it's interesting how part of that structure is a column, reminding us of the monolith that was discovered on Earth's moon in 2001: A Space Odyssey. This column on the lunar surface, which we get another shot of in the July trailer as Carol fights these Kree soldiers before her swap, might be part of that diamond ship formation that Dar-Benn seems to be using in other shots. This actually looks like the same location that we saw in earlier trailer footage with Monica Rambeau as she faces a group of Kree soldiers. Monica falls through a rift above this moon, crashes on this lunar surface, and then holds up her hands to protect herself from those Kree. So Carol's moon flight will probably lead to the moment that Kamala Khan activates her bangle in that Ms. Marvel post-credit scene that Costa also shot, and Kamala swaps with Monica into the astronaut suit outside the Sabre space station by the UNTN grid that's malfunctioning, and then Monica swaps with Carol here and ends up on this moon facing the Kree, and then Carol swaps from the moon into Kamala's bedroom in Jersey City. So why are the Kree on this moon? Well, in the July trailer, there were shots of Dar-Benn discovering the second bangle on this moon, covered in moon dust as she snaps it on her wrist and hammering it with her cosmic rod to unleash a purple blast that lights up in an upward line. I think this is a Kree archaeological site and they found the second bangle. This could be the inciting incident that causes the cosmic entanglement that affects Carol and Monica and Kamala in this movie. They are handcuffed and swapping places because the bangles are not together on the same body and both are activated. We see Carol looking at a photo of Maria Rambeau with an even younger Monica Rambeau, whom Carol nicknamed Lieutenant Trouble, and Carol playing with Monica in the backyard. Carol says she wants to regain the memories that the Kree took from her, and we see her waking up in a Skrull fracking pod. The fuchsia-tinted glowing energy beams into her temples. These are what the Skrulls use to contain their captors in the Secret Invasion series and bore through their memories so that the Skrull imposters could take the humans' minds. The Skrull Talos used one of these on Carol Danvers in the opening sequence of Captain Marvel to bypass the Kree brainwashing. Remember, Carol was an Air Force test pilot who worked with the scientist Wendy Lawson on Project Pegasus, but Lawson was actually a Kree scientist experimenting on the Tesseract to help the Skrull refugees hidden in Earth's orbit build a lightspeed engine to find a new home world. But the Kree Yon-Rogg, Jude Law, attacked and caused Carol to get hit with a blast of cosmic radiation from that Tesseract, and Yon-Rogg kidnapped her, took her back to Hala, and altered her memory and told her that her name was actually Veers from her severed dog tag from Carol Danvers. Remember how old cell phones were giant cumbersome bricks and now we have nice sleek ones that fit easily in our pockets? Well, wallets are the same way. So say goodbye to your bulky wallet of yesteryear and say hello to Ridge. Ridge has reinvented the wallet and it is a massive improvement over the ginormous overstuffed wallets that we all grew up with. The Ridge wallet is slim, but expands to hold up to 12 cards plus cash. Ridge wallets come in over 30 colors and styles, including carbon fiber, burnt titanium, forged ember, and burnt Damascus. Each wallet is built with RFID blocking materials that protect your info from digital pickpockets and has an optional AirTag attachment so you'll never lose your wallet again. Ridge has 80,000 5-star reviews, and each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. The Ridge team is so confident that you'll like your wallet that they'll let you test drive it for 99 days. And if you don't love it, send it back for a full refund. And from now until September 30th, with every dollar spent on the website before, you'll be entered to win a brand new upgraded Ford Bronco. Or if you prefer cash, you can take $75,000 instead. The winner will be announced in October. Enter for your chance to win and get 10 bonus entries by going to my link, ridge.com/newrockstars, and use my code NEWROCKSTARS for 10% off your order. So what memory is Carol so shocked to recall in this shot? If you look at Brie Larson's expression, she already knows what Wendy Lawson was up to with the Tesseract. Was there something else that she learned about after that about the Kree? Perhaps she at one point learned of the Kree Supreme Intelligence secretly subverting Kree diplomacy to places like Xandar to actually unleash militants like Dar-Benn to enact an annihilation wave protocol against the Skrull and against the Terrans. And that could be the memory that the Supreme Intelligence or Yon Rog locked away in Carol's mind. Now this featurette mainly serves to catch us up on the past MCU titles that these three characters appeared in. 2019's Captain Marvel for Carol, 2021's WandaVision for Monica, and 2022's Ms. Marvel for Kamala Khan. But the Monica section does have some new stuff in it.
They rounded us to investigate earthbound anomalies.
Now I can manipulate wavelengths of the electromagnetic spectrum.
I'm very happy for you. Where's our daughter?
Yes, where is Kamala?
Who's Kamala?
Obviously, these lines are compiled together from a few different scenes, but part of it is Monica and Carol catching up on this room that I presume is aboard the Saber space station, and Monica describes her power as the ability to manipulate wavelengths on the electromagnetic spectrum. It sounds like of these three women, Monica will have the most nuanced understanding of how all of them are connected to cosmic radiation. Like, she has spent the most time studying it, and so she might not see things as like me, an anomaly, and the rest of the world normal. She views her own anatomy and everything as part of an interconnected system of flowing energy that she can move in and out of and manipulate, and do things like phase bullets through her body. I compare this to the difference between Doctor Strange and Wanda Maximoff. Like, Wanda might be more powerful, but Doctor Strange, who's a doctor who spent more time studying and analyzing his body's relationship with magic, is probably more nuanced about manipulating it in creative ways. Which brings us to the final Kamala section.
How do you have this? My grandma sent it to me in the mail.
And then the rest of the trailer really gets the most out of that value of the rights that they bought to the Beastie Boys Intergalactic, so we can't really play it here without getting flagged. But we see Carol shaking Kamala's hand while Monica watches while tinkering with some machine and a red fidget spinner spins in her hand. Seems like the three women are trying to figure out a way to disentangle themselves. And then we get a slightly expanded version of the three of them fighting Dar-Benn, and in this shot, we see Carol swinging the Cosmi Rod at Dar-Benn, but Dar-Benn uses the bangle to easily repel it, sending Carol hilariously flying back like Gimli trying to initially break the Ring of Power with his axe. But then this really cool move where Dar-Benn uses the bangle to absorb one of Monica's blasts and then stores that energy briefly, but then beams it at Kamala. She's an effective military general with great hand-to-hand combat, and she knows how to turn her enemies' strengths against her other enemies. Please subscribe to all three channels of the New Rockstars Network. You can support us by grabbing some merch at nerdriot.shop. Follow me on all social platforms at EA Voss. Follow New Rockstars and subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.